There it is. All right, greetings and welcome to Drama in the Dirt once again. This week I'll be doing my yard grid, and you'll see what I turned up. And then I have a friend who shared a Native American collection, or artifact collection, so I think you'll enjoy that. And then there's a few random things in there. So I hope you enjoy it. Kind of a hodgepodge of things. So thank you for being here. Hope you'll come back next week. And as always, God bless you and keep you, and may all your digs make you smile. I also have another update on a find, and it's nothing to report as far as being absolutely accurate. If you'll remember, several months back I recovered this, and the best answer I got on this is Japanese, and they did think it was an ashtray. This human figure, the Japanese figure, was plated in silver, and then this, of course, is plated in gold. And I guess it's a spade. They reported that this is probably from Japan. They were probably sold quite cheaply. It is lead. They were probably sold quite cheaply, but they were saying 20s and 30s, 1920s or 30s. And they were probably mass produced and probably sold at a place like, we would call a dollar store today. But I do love this find. I don't think I've ever seen anybody find anything like it. And it almost didn't get dug because obviously it probably sounded like a pop can. So anyway, all right. So that's an update on that. I wanted you to see how the iron garden was progressing. Say it's about 28 feet long. Maybe someday somebody will cash in. A piece of brass in there. A few other items that aren't ferrous. Keeping the weeds out of it, I've been putting, I had some old linoleum, so I put it over it, and then I sprayed some of it with Roundup, so keep the weeds down. So there you have it. There I am. I'll wave at you. Hey, happy digging. I thought I'd go ahead and start on that hammer. I had a little time. This is a piece of pine, Norwegian spruce, and the tree that it came out off of is a very special tree. The whole top was blown out of it the night my father passed away when Hurricane Ike came through. So anyway, I got to let this cure out, and obviously you can see how small the hole is in the hammer. So I'm not sure what I'm going to put on here just to make it look better. Obviously I went ahead and tapered it. I'm not sure how that's going to dry out. It might crack. So I'll let you know when I get it done. Alright, there's my grid for today. I'm in the back next to the barn, and I was just back here unloading some stuff, so I grabbed my detector and I got quite a few high tones. So I'm going to see what's here. Obviously I'll probably get in some roots here. I might be a little bigger. I just stepped it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 9, 10. I'm right on the money. So I'll let you know on the first dig. Alright, this is target 1. I think that's another piece of aerial. Okay, I'll toss it over there. had to cut a bigger plug. Since it's my own yard, I don't have to worry about keeping the homeowner happy. But try to get all the dirt back in there. I'll stomp that down. Okay, let's see what's next. I already knew what it was, can slaw, because it was very shallow. Let's see, is this a piece of pottery? Looks like it, doesn't it? A little piece of china. All right, that's number 2. Here's dig number 3. I think that's something. That's a wad of foil. Here's a piece of copper wire. And there is another piece of, I think that's ferrous. Of course, I had to chop it all up to get everything out of there. All right, I'll keep pressing on. So I'll let you listen to this. It says 4 inches. There it is. I assume it's a zinc penny, but if I get lucky, it'll be an Indian. All right, we do have a coin. It is a zinc. See, it's starting to blister. All right. Looks like some kind of foreign coin. As far as I'm concerned, zinc pennies are from somewhere else. All right. Well, just think in a few years, if they do away with the penny and all the zinc pennies, they won't last long. Piece of aluminum wrap. I think there's something else in there, though. All right. To save energy from getting up and down, this was a high tone, said 4 inches. That was 4 inches high tone. And there's one there. So I've got 5 holes open. So all I gotta do is just crawl over. So I'll let you know what's here. All right, these 2 holes, can slaw, and a piece of copper wire. All right, folks. Looky there. Look at my hole. There's a big root there. That is probably a button. But if I get real lucky, you know what it probably would be. A washer. It is a specialty washer, looks like. No. Okay, let me see. I think there might be something else in there. That does look like copper, I suppose. It was deep.
Megalodon tooth.
Right, megalodon tooth.
Yep.
Points. Now, where did you get all these points?
I bought a lot of them.
Oh, okay.
You know, we found a few. I have some that were found right here on the property. I have a little tomahawk head. I don't know what you call it. I'd call it a hammerhead. And then another piece similar to this one.
Right.
My brother-in-law found it 100 feet from here, and it was so sharp. As he was walking along and rubbing it on his fingers, he cut himself with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now these are ancient drills.
Right.
And
I don't have any. I wish I did.
pretty rare. Pretty rare. The drills are. Now you own a drill.
Oh, do I? Well, thank you, Aaron. Aaron's going to inherit the collection. My collection was actually in a cardboard box, and all the pieces were wrapped in newspapers for years.
We found this piece
Oh yeah.
10 feet from the garage door.
I have axe heads. Yeah, like I've got some even bigger than that. Well, that's a nice piece.
I have
Let
one.
me see if I can drop it on the glass. Yeah, the edge is in really good shape on that. Oh, look at this piece.
I'm not really familiar with what this is. I mean, I know, of course, I know what it is, but it's a very beautiful piece. And
Well, that would fetch.
yeah.
Well, what it conditions, it's like coins. It conditions everything. And that is, and I'm not acting like an expert, but that is almost perfect
Yes.
because the edge is intact.
I have another piece.
Here's one neck in the back right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Yep. This one was found.
Oh, yeah, it's beat up.
This is from West Liberty. And I was there was a teacher, Mrs. Turner, who was a music teacher in Bell Fountain Schools. And I was at her home one day. I would go up there and pick up sticks for her and stuff. And this was laying in the garage, and I told her, I said, well, you know, that's an Indian stone right there. And she's right across the hill from Wapatomica. And she said, well, you can have that. And I'm like, well, Miss Turner, I can't just take that. I have to give you some money for it. And I gave her $20, and she laughed at me and said, you gave me $20 for a rock.
Yeah.
But I do know the
Hey,
origin of
like I
that.
tell people when we dig up finds, if it could only talk.
Yeah.
You know, the stories it could tell.
Yeah. But here's just
Oh yeah, you got a
more.
bunch of points there. Oh no,
Yeah.
that's unusual.
Mm-hmm. And there's a piece with a...
I've got a 4-inch one about this big. Almost in perfect condition.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little pistol.
Yeah. Well, and here's
Yeah.
something was found those are church.
Yeah, you can tell, right, church rock. You can tell it looks like they tried to start something and then they just dropped. Oh, I love that edge.
Those are some fun pieces
Yeah.
just to have. Here's another one. Look at this one.
Great.
Isn't that lovely? Yeah, got some neat pieces.
Oh yeah, there's a nice axe
There's
head
another
there.
one.
That's in pretty good condition. Nicked up a little.
Mhm.
Yeah, I lost the side out of it there.
Look at this.
Oh yeah.
Then I have something else to show you in the garage that you've never seen before. I have an Indian grindstone.
Oh yeah.
And it's from local here too. Berg.
And this is a millstone, and
And you can see the hole and the little kind of you can see some of the lines that went out in it. And when you flip it over, it looks like a pound cake.
yeah.
And it's the wrong color because the guy I got it from said had it sitting on the deck and we were staining the deck and my daughter stained it.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, and see that's just the
Not
truth.
right. It's not right. Yeah.
Well, you can see
it
the stain.
It leaked around it. Didn't
It did. But it's originally a green, like that, a granite type of stuff. And the lady told me that her father, now this lady was in her 80s up in North Louisburg. She said that her father had given it to her. And then she had given it to her grandson, and it was laying out in the garage. He had showed it to me like 20 years ago. And then 20 years later, I see him and he's having a garage sale, and that's sitting in the corner. And I reminded him that he had shown that to me, and I tried to get it away from him. He didn't want to sell it, and his grandmother made him sell that to me because she knew that he wasn't going to be taking care of it.
Right.
And I gave him $100 for that
Something
piece.
they just throw in a pile.
Yeah, and she knew that if I had it, it would not be lost.
Right, and somebody to appreciate it. Right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all, everything. Yeah.
So it's just a wonderful piece.
Well, it's kind of like what we're looking for, but I assume it's I don't see a hole in it. I thought maybe it was a pull tag. So dark out now. Here you go, folks. Went through the bank. Deposit some checks. I said, do you have any loose $50? And they were 2 silvers. I believe it's a 68 and a 66. It's got that sound. So I'm what? About $4 or $5 richer for $1. Right there. There's a little off my point. There we got it. Still toad. Gosh. look what I got. I dug it in the dark. It looks like a 2-prong fork. Hold on. I got the phone for a light in my regular camcorder, so not sure about that. What in the world is that? Fob? Get ready, fork fob. Heaven's sake. Oh, I know what that is. It's a golfer's divot tool. Joke's on me.
What we want to do is take our divot tool on the side, pull it in, okay? Just go around it and pull it into the center, like so. You can get a little twist,